What's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B-Hop Radio. Shout in as always. I got my podcast partner off in this thing. OG Gangsta Wicked, a.k.a. Big Galaxy of Ghetto Mafia.
What's happening?
What's going on with it, Wick?
I can't call it, man. I'm just ready to get this thing started, man. Let's get it.
Well, you know, I was looking online and we were talking last night about it. You was kind of angry about Elon Musk retweeting a guy named Shapiro's tweet about how they want Donald Trump departing Derek Chauvin on all of his federal charges. Now, for those who don't know who Derek Chauvin is, that was the guy that had his knee on George Floyd's neck, which resulted in his death, and he was found guilty, you know, on violating, you know, his civil rights. So, what are your thoughts on that, though, Wick?
Well, you know, I saw that a lot of people outraged.
Yeah.
So it's one or two things I want to, you know, talk to my people about. The first thing is, you know, don't worry too much. You know, he was convicted in state
as well,
and he had federal civil rights violations. So he was convicted in both. So if Trump, them, Elon, or whoever were to try to finagle a pardon, he's still not getting out of jail.
Yeah.
Most his 21 years, most of that is state time. So that's the first thing.
Okay.
And then the second thing that I want to talk to my people about is for us to watch for the hook. When I saw that retweet from Elon Musk, it instantly took me back to when Trump was running for presidency. He said that, you know, in so many words, that he wished he would be the last president. That, you know, who knows? You know how he talking. Like, who knows? You know, I think that you know, he wants to follow, you know, the model of, you know what I'm saying, Europe and stuff, where it kind of handed down to families. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? You kind of born with a birthright to lead the country. You understand what I'm saying? And so I think that they throw out little things like this to push us off our square. I mean, as ridiculous as that sound, the whole world saw this man have his knee on George Floyd's neck. So for Elon Musk to say some bullshit like that, it makes me think, well, what are you trying to do? Get us to riot? And that's why I say watch for the hook. Watch for someone that's trying to antagonize you to make you take it out to the streets. We already know that if we take it out to the streets, Trump them had proved in their first term that he would turn the National Guards on us. Yeah. They turned water hose on us, tear gas on us, and he has let you know that. So when I hear, you know, Elon retweet that, you know, I instantly thought, well, damn, they must want us to, you know, run out in the streets and you know what I'm saying, and act a fool. So now, because the only way that a sitting president, doesn't have to turn over power or even have an election if martial law is declared. That's very, very important. People need to remember that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And not to say that we're not near a new election, but I look at it like, you know, street game. Hey, let me just throw that out there right now. You know what I'm saying? As a filler, kind of see I know the response I'm gonna get back from it, because it's buried on the back pages. If you type in Trump now on Google, it's going all the great stuff he did. Fox them going how great a president he is. Or the same thing with Elon Musk. You know what I'm saying? So it's buried. You would have to type in that Elon Musk, you know what I'm saying, wants to pardon blah blah blah. You see what I'm saying? And then it'll all come up. So they do that on purpose. But it, you know, it feels just like a filler. Let me throw that out there a little bit, so that when we get close to the election, you know, I don't put nothing past, you know what I'm saying, Trump or this administration to figure out a way, once we get close to election time, to sow chaos. We're already divided. It's already divided down the middle. To sow the seed of chaos, sow the seed of dissension, and get the people out in the streets so that, you know, because he's a smart man and he always thinks ahead. Anything you do is strategic. Elon Musk did not retweet that out of just off a whim. Yeah. You best believe they they understand and they have discussed these type of things privately before. For him to have the balls to say, you know what I'm saying? Something to think about. You understand what I'm saying? So I would just say to my people, watch for the hook. What we do from here on has to be strategic. We can't act out of emotions when it comes to certain things, and fall right into a plan of anybody.
Yeah.
And not just Trump. I didn't hear Trump say that personally. I just take it as he felt okay and empowered, emboldened to be able to say that. And I haven't heard no pushback from Trump or anyone on it. They So that's what I would just say in this whole thing. It's ridiculous. And they know damn well if they was to pardon this man for what he did for George Floyd, that we are going to take it to the streets. But is that what they want us to do?
Now, I feel you on that. I definitely feel you on that. I think it's one of those cases to where they keep on placating to each side. They got something going on, and they're trying to fight against this whole woke movement. See, the woke movement, what I'm starting to see is synonymous with the Black Lives Matter movement. But then the Black Lives Matter movement, they ran off on us with the money, and we don't know what was going on with them as well. Correct. So it's like, we don't know where nothing really stands anymore. That's where I'm at with it right now. Now, they definitely, Elon, with him, he's a South African.
Correct.
And over there in South Africa, they just got out of apartheid, which was their Jim Crow in the 90s. So, I mean, that's kind of fresh on the brain over there on how they were doing Africans over there in Africa for real. So I could see where he could kind of be a little shaky when it comes to our civil rights in America as African Americans or foundational Black Americans. So with that being said, you definitely have to watch for that hook and keep your eye on them folks. But then in other trending topics, though, Wick, I wanted to get your opinions on, the artist Lil Ronnie out of Texas. He was killed at a car wash along with his 5-year-old little daughter, man.
Right.
What were your thoughts on that? Because, I mean, like you've been saying for years that, old folks, kids should be off limits, but right now, nobody cares anymore.
Correct. And I saw that. I didn't know who Lil Ronnie was.
Yeah.
I had never heard his music, so if when y'all see this show out there, if you want to tell me some of his songs, or send some links so I can go check him out, or tell me what type of rapper he was, and also what type of, I couldn't find a lot of information on him. What type of involvement did he have in the streets? I don't know. I didn't know a lot about the guy.
Yeah.
But I want to say, no matter what type of life that he was living, the kids should not be brought into it.
Exactly.
We just had the same thing with Lil Baby.
Yep.
Kids got killed because of grown folks shit.
Yeah.
Whether it was directly from Baby or indirectly, which we know now it wasn't directly with Baby.
Exactly.
But a lot of people are still trying to hold his feet to the fire because they're saying your involvement out here in the street culture resulted in innocent kids getting killed.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I'm kind of hearing from this entire situation.
Yeah.
Is there any honor among thieves anymore? No, we sat here and talked about it, you and I, Beehive, that, we had beef back in the days. I've lost partners to violence that's been shot. But we always had a rule. We didn't go shoot up the funeral after a person was dead. We didn't shoot, there were times that, hey, man, I know where so-and-so live at, man. We need to go over there and straighten it from, this weekend when somebody got stabbed on our side.
Yeah.
And the OGs will stand up and say, nah, man, the man will stay there with his kids. He got 3 kids there. We'll catch him when we catch him out.
Yeah.
Even if we have to bait him to somewhere by himself.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's right, but there still was a G code to it. Now there's no G code. I mean, you pull up, you see, a little head peek over the dashboard and say, let's shoot it anyway. And that's what I can understand for the world of me. Why do old folks and kids have to be drugged in this bullshit of young black males trying to kill each other? Another thing too, Beehive, is what is that goddamn serious? You know what I'm saying? We're dealing with a lot of mush brain kids. The brains has not developed yet.
Yeah.
I said this right here, and I hate to put this on the parents, but I'm going to say this right here. When you grow up in a household, if you have ever grown up with siblings, me and my mother, Beverly Barber, we talked about this too, and I want to shout her out for being Lawrenceville City Council. She's on the board, blah, blah,
Congratulations.
blah. They get ready to swear her in.
Yeah.
But anyway, we talked about this before. If I have 4 brothers and 3 sisters, in the black community, it was a thing in most houses that we would tell the children, I can't wait till you get 18 years old so that you can get the fuck out of my house. And if they didn't say it quite that harshly, that was the sentiment in a lot of black homes.
Yeah.
I cannot wait till you're 18, not a day over, so that you can get out of my house. And what I would tell my mother is out of 4 or 5 or 6 kids, one may be able to stand on their own at 18. One you might have to hold on to 22. One you might have to hold on to 28.
Yeah.
Because each child develops at a different rate. So saying at 18 years old, I'm gonna put out my 4 boys on the streets. One may get it right. He may go to the military, may get a little discipline, he may. But I'm setting up my kids for failure. They're not mature yet, don't know how to deal with a woman, don't know how to manage money, not in control of their emotional state.
Yeah.
And so therefore they're easily persuaded by niggas out here in the streets that never developed at all. They could be 50 years old and never have developed mentally.
Yeah.
That they'll gravitate to that person. That person will pick up from when you put them out at 18 and raise your son or your daughter. You put your daughter out at 18 years old, an ex-stripper, ex-hoe might grab her at 18 years old and put her into a life of women are the biggest pimps. Everybody think it's a man.
Yeah.
Women influence your daughter quicker than a man will. Have her doing all kinds of shit. Well, girl, this is how I made it. This is how I got this little 1-bedroom ragged ass apartment. Now we can go over here and hustle these men for money. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you have a daughter that you brought her 70%, but she wasn't a finished product yet. But you were so worried about getting out your house. And that's what happens a lot of time with these young black males. We have them out on the street at 18 and 19 and 20 years old, and they look the part of being grown. They're here fucking and got a little hair on their face.
Yeah.
But they babies in the mind.
I agree with that.
And that's the problem.
Well, now we got to work this stuff out because see, when I saw Lil Ronnie's situation and I heard about his daughter being killed right along with him, I mean, it kind of broke my heart because it was like, okay, what are we coming to as a community to where the kids are not off limits anymore? You know, I mean, it's a lot of trauma and people are throwing their trauma on each other in the form of bullets and violence, but once again, we got to get back to some kind of code to let the kids live.
Right.
To give the kids a chance to be able to live.
Right.
You know, another story that kind of got me though was at Southern University, there was a young man that was trying to, pledge a fraternity, and let me look at it so I can make sure I'm right. Yeah, Caleb Wilson, you know, he was trying to get his pledge on, man. And during the hazing ritual, whatever was going on, somebody done punched him in the chest and he dies. Now, that kind of angered me when I saw that again, because once again, Caleb, he might have been the first person in his family to go to college.
Right.
Caleb could have been the pride of his family going to college.
Right.
Caleb was just trying to be the best that he could be with his college education. He thinking that, you know what, I'm going to join this fraternity to take me further. However, Caleb fell and succumbed to the same stuff that somebody in the street that might have been doing street stuff was going through.
Absolutely.
So once again, we talking about black folks doing this to other black folks.
Right.
So we just talked about Derek Chauvin, okay? He wants to put his knee on George Floyd's neck and take him out.
Absolutely.
That's coming from the other side. But then we're talking about Lil Ronnie. Lil Ronnie in Texas, I'm pretty sure it was people like him that, killed him and his child.
Absolutely.
This young man that was pledging the fraternity, I'm pretty sure it was people looking like him that killed him while he was trying to pledge.
Correct.
So once again, it's like, you know what, when are we going to come to our damn senses and realize that we're doing too much out here? And it's not just coming from the other side. We can't even grow from the inside out because we're taking the kids out now.
Right.
We're taking out the young college students.
Right.
This man, he just wanted to go to school and amount to something, and he winds up dying because of a nigga mentality inside of our school systems as well as in the streets. See, it's not just in the ghettos that you find this mentality.
Right.
It goes from the ghetto all the way up to the boardroom with us.
Absolutely.
We always want to hang somebody. We always want to make life harder for the next person instead of just saying, hey, man, hey, we like what you're doing. We gonna make it merit-based. We gonna help you out and push you on up through there. Nah, first we gotta beat you and make you look crazy and humiliate you just so that you can have some kind of status. I got a daughter right now that's in college week, and I told her ass, I said, look here, I don't care if you join in the sororities or nothing like that, but what you're not gonna do is let anybody disrespect you. I said, I don't give a damn what's going on in there with the rituals and what they got going on. I said, you ain't gonna let nobody disrespect you.
Correct.
Because I said, you gotta look yourself in the mirror for the rest of your life dealing with that disrespect that you let somebody dish to you for no damn reason. I said, it's not worth it. No disrespect will be tolerated just to be a part of some kind of goddamn club. We're not doing that.
Absolutely.
So if you can't respectfully, integrate folks into your damn fraternity and sorority, then you need to stop it. We don't need to have it no more.
That's right.
We don't need to be doing it no more because at the end of the day, I'm furious about somebody that done spent their hard-earned goddamn money to send their kid to school, and then he gets the hell beat out of him and dies because you trying to be funny.
Right.
And it's just that sick mentality that it don't matter if you in the street or in a college or in a boardroom. We still got that same mentality.
But see, you just said something, and I don't know if you meant to say it or not.
What?
And it goes back to what I just said on the last segment.
What you say?
You said, I told my daughter,
yeah, we
are not going to take no disrespect to be able to be in a fraternity. I'm the fraternity. I'm the fraternity.
Exactly.
See, so you prepared her when she went out there.
Exactly.
A lot of these parents are not doing that.
Yeah.
So therefore, remember I told you a minute ago that if you don't hold on to that child and a little bit longer, that somebody else will. They'll feel the need to feel belonged.
See that?
They'll let people lead them down the wrong path.
Exactly.
See, if everybody that was joining that fraternity had given their son or their daughter that same message, we ain't gonna do, if for us to belong, if this is what it's gonna take, then fuck them.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? So you prepared yours before they went out.
Come on.
A lot of parents leave that unsaid. So then that child goes out there, mush brain at 18 and 19 years old, and said, well, my mother, father didn't tell me not to do that right there. So you know what? I'm gonna do whatever I can to be included. And allow that shit.
Exactly. And that's what hurts me because it's like, you know what, y'all, you shouldn't be putting that much pressure on nobody to be a part of shit.
Correct.
And they trying to do right in life.
Absolutely.
And for the one man that died, the question is how many folks damn near died?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And this going on across schools all over the country that folks are catching hell out here. And then also, if you don't go through it, then you can't be a part. We can't help you. We want to get our boulay on.
Right.
No, we're not going to do that. How about we just say, let's get on code and say, brother, I'm going to help you. Sister, I'm going to help you. And we're going to cut out all of the bullshit. And that's just where I'm at with it. I'm kind of fed up every time I see this stuff. And that's another thing. We talking about it right here. But I don't see none of our other people talking about this stuff.
Right.
We're not talking about kids being killed in podcasting. We're not talking about college students being killed in podcasting. We're not talking about the politics of what's going on in podcasting. We'd rather talk about 50 Cent and Big Meech all the damn time.
All the time, right. I agree.
We're going to get into 50 Cent and Big Meech, but we also going to talk about what's really impacting our community and what's really impacting our kids. See, 50 Cent and Big Meech, they ain't got nothing to do with us.
Right.
But see, it's somebody out here whose child is going to Southern University. It's somebody out here who's in the streets in Texas who is affiliated with what happened with Lil Ronnie.
Absolutely.
And that could be they kid and they daughters that get shot next.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
This is real life that we're talking about, and we got to come up with some kind of solutions to prevent this from continuing to happen, because if we don't, we're going to continue to hear these tragedies, but then also we're becoming desensitized.
Correct.
See, that's the other part. See, when Elon turns around and says, yeah, that's something to think about, pardoning a man that then put his knee on somebody's neck and killed them, then that desensitizes everybody to Black Lives Matter, and that means that they don't matter.
Correct.
When we start seeing men killing men and their children, then that means nobody's off limits anymore. Now we desensitized to what banging is and who all can die. Everybody can get it. Anybody can get it.
Correct.
When we turn around and we allow a young man trying to join a fraternity to be killed in the process, we become desensitized to what's really going on in these fraternities and these sororities. We need to go ahead and check ourselves first before we start checking everybody else.
Agreed.
And that's why I'm at with that stuff.
Yes, sir.
You know, you got anything else to let these people know, man?
I mean, you said it all right there, big guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to overstay my welcome. You know what I mean? I'm going home. I agree.
Hey, man, y'all hit the comments. Once again, our thoughts and prayers are with everybody that's been involved in these tragic situations too, man. We hope that y'all are able to get some clarity in these situations, and, you know, we can find some solutions and, you know, better outcomes for people moving forward in this world, man. And I'm going to just sit that right there. Be High Radio shouted, Big Galaxy. I'll let y'all in a minute, man. We gone.